Hey there, it's Michael here, and in this video we're gonna cover the problem of having low energy. So if you often find yourself being fatigued all the time, being tired, this is gonna help you move forward, have more energy so that you can tackle your life's goals and ambitions. So in this video we're gonna cover both the physical aspects as well as the mental side of things. So on the physical side, for the first thing, we're gonna need my friend Captain Obvious. And I know it sounds incredibly simple and I shouldn't really have to say this, but get enough sleep. Literally, the difference between 6 hours of sleep and 7 or 8 hours can be as much as 30% in your ability to focus, in your ability to deal with emotions, and in your productivity. Literally 1 or 2 hours difference can do that. Number two, this is the number one thing when it comes to fatigue besides actual sleep, and that is hydration. The vast majority of people do not drink enough water. I'm saying water, I'm not saying like soda, like your Diet Coke or your Sprite, your Fanta, whatever it is, or your caffeine like coffee. Most of it is not really needed. So literally fucking water. My aim is to have around 5 liters. Usually I get about like 4 to 6-ish per day. That's what your brain needs. Like, even though it's only a small organ, like inside of our heads, it uses up about 50% of our body's energy. So if you want to be like feeling energized, if you want to get the most out of yourself, drink a shit load of water. So literally in a day where I drink like less than 3 liters, which for most people is already a ridiculous amount, I feel significant, and I mean huge, drops in my energy levels. Do not underestimate the importance of hydration. So for example, with a hangover, it is not the alcohol that makes you feel like shit the next day. It is literally the fact that the alcohol drains the body of water. It is not the effects of the alcohol itself, but rather the dehydration that makes you feel like shit. So literally going through life without drinking those 4, 5, 6 liters of water a day is like being permanently hangover. And so you don't want that if you want to reach your goals, if you want to function properly as a human fucking being. So drink more water. The third thing you need in order to beat out fatigue and have more energy is a good diet. And so low energy, fatigue, being tired all the time, that can be caused, for example, by a lack of iron, a lack of vitamin B12, I believe, and vitamin D. Those are 3 of the most important factors when it comes to nutrition for your energy levels. So if you're not sure on whether you have the right diet to get your energy fixed, and if there's anything that you need, go and consult with a doctor or someone who is trained for this. I am not a trained nutritionist, and so I'm not gonna give you that advice on what to do with your diet. But if you feel like this is a contributing factor to your low energy, go and consult with a professional on that regard. Moving on to thing number 4, and this is the outside. Like I said, vitamin D is a hugely important source of your energy. And so you get that through sunlight. And so preferably early in the morning, start by going outside. Go for a while, go for a jog around the block, go for a bike ride, like maybe cycle to work, whatever it is. Try to get at least half an hour to an hour of sunlight every single day. It's great for your mood. If you're doing something outside like you're walking or you're exercising, it's great for your health as well. And over time, this is gonna help build you up. I can't remember what they're called, but sunlight also gives you some of the ingredients for feeling happier. So literally that's the reason why some people get like quote unquote depressed in winter. That's because there's less sunlight. So don't underestimate this power of going outside, catching some rays and feeling better about yourself. Thing number 5 then on the physical side is to exercise and to make sure you are physically fit. And so here's the thing. Have you ever seen some of these interviews where someone has just run a marathon? They get like 1 or 2 minutes of like free time and then they're just giving an interview like nothing happened. They're already like not out of breath anymore. At the same time, there are so many people who would be out of breath for 5 minutes if they even walk up the stairs, right? And so being overweight means that you carry around so much weight that literally every one of your actions takes up a lot more energy. And no matter how fit you are, no matter how disciplined, no matter how motivated, no matter how much exercise you do, energy is still going to be a limited resource. So when you are not in shape, you are expending more of it with every move you make, literally. So if you're overweight, drop the damn weight. By the way, this has nothing to do with beauty standards or like not being pretty enough. I don't care about that shit for the topic of this video. This is about you fixing your energy and you fixing your own health. You deserve that. You deserve to be in the best fucking shape that you can be. And so with that said, make exercise part of your day-to-day life. So for example, the other day I recommended this on Reddit somewhere, answering someone's question, and people would question me on the importance of exercise. So let me give you this example. Let's say you start running. And on day 1, you can run about a mile and then you're completely out of breath. But you do it over and over again. You continue running day in and day out. And now 2 months later, you get to the point where you can run 5 miles and be tired, but still be like not out of breath yet. That increase in stamina is increasing your reservoir of energy. So basically it's like expanding the maximum amount of energy you have, basically, if you look at it in simple terms. So if you now have the increased stamina, the increased levels of energy to go for that 5-mile run and still be okay, guess how much more energy you have to tackle the other things in your life, the ones that don't require you to run and physically exert yourself to the max, right? Your stamina dictates how many things you can do, how quickly in a row in succession, and what you can get done. And so exercise, yes, in the beginning it will feel like you're already low energy and then you're depleting even more of it. But guess what? Over time, the amount of energy you have, that maximum, is going to increase. And it's going to increase further and further and further. And so that's why exercise is one of the best, if not the best things you can do for yourself if you want to have more energy to do the things that truly matter to you. If you want to watch the full video that this clip has been from, go ahead, click over there and click over there on that side to subscribe to the channel so that you won't miss new uploads that will take your life to that next level.